Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you love God and His Word, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more powerful insights from the Bible. Today we're diving into a real gem, Psalm 20. It's a beautiful and powerful prayer that teaches us about trusting God for victory and protection, especially when we're in the thick of it. Let's get started. Psalm 20 is a powerful prayer for victory, protection, and God's blessing, written by King David, likely for the people of Israel as they faced battle. But it's so much more than just an ancient war song. This psalm is a timeless guide for us, a reminder of how we can and should seek God's help during our times of trouble, knowing that He is always faithful to answer our prayers. It's a roadmap for turning our anxiety into assurance and our fear into faith. The psalm kicks off with a heartfelt plea for God's intervention. David isn't just saying a generic prayer. He's calling out for God's protection and guidance for the people, and especially for their king, as they head into a life or death situation. Let's look at the first 5 verses together. They read, "May the Lord answer you when you are in distress. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you. May He send you help from the sanctuary and grant you support from Zion. May He remember all your sacrifices and accept your burnt offerings. May He give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed. May we shout for joy over your victory and lift up our banners in the name of our God. May the Lord grant all your requests." There's so much packed in here. David immediately asks God to answer in times of distress. Notice how he specifically calls on God by His covenant name, the God of Jacob. This isn't just poetic language. It's a powerful declaration, reminding everyone listening that God is a promise keeper, faithful to His people. David prays for protection, support from the sanctuary, and success. These are prayers we can absolutely pray for ourselves today. When we face challenges, big or small, He is asking God to not only see them through the battle, but to bring them out victorious, to the point where they can shout for joy. It's a prayer filled with hopeful expectation. As we move into the next section, verses 6 through 8, you can feel a distinct shift in the atmosphere. The tone changes from a prayer for help to a powerful, confident declaration of faith. David's trust in God's ability to bring victory is unshakable. Listen to this confident roar. "Now this I know, the Lord gives victory to His anointed. He answers him from His heavenly sanctuary with the victorious power of His right hand. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God. They are brought to their knees and fall, but we rise up and stand firm. Now this I know." Chills, right? This is the turning point from petition to proclamation. David declares with certainty that God gives victory to His anointed one, and that this victory comes directly from God's power alone, the victorious power of His right hand. Then comes that classic powerful contrast. In David's time, the ultimate symbols of military might were chariots and horses. That was the cutting-edge tech, the equivalent of our modern-day tanks and jets. But David says, "Let them trust in their technology, their strength, their resources. We will trust in something far greater, the name of the Lord our God." And what's the result? They are brought to their knees and fall, but we rise up and stand firm. This is a profound truth for us. Where are you placing your trust? In your bank account, your job, your connections, your own abilities? David reminds us that our only true, unshakable security is found when we place our trust completely in God. When we do, no matter what challenges come our way, we will stand firm. Finally, the psalm concludes in verse 9 with one last powerful cry, a corporate prayer for the king and for everyone who is trusting in God. David prays for the king as success because he knows it reflects God as victory and blessing over the entire nation. He says, "Lord, give victory to the king, answer us when we call." This final verse is a beautiful, unifying plea. It's a prayer for God's favor on their leader, recognizing that his success is tied directly to God's blessing. But it also broadens the scope. Answer us when we call. This isn't just about one person. It's about the entire community of faith crying out to God together. It serves as a final, resounding reminder that when we seek God's help in any struggle or battle, whether it's a personal health crisis, a spiritual attack, or a family difficulty, God is the ultimate source of our victory. Our success, our deliverance, and our peace come from Him alone. Psalm 20 teaches us so much about how to approach God during times of distress and warfare, both physical and spiritual. David's prayer is a masterclass in faith. It shows us that God is our ultimate source of victory, and that when we trust in Him with our whole hearts, He will hear and answer our calls for help. If you're facing a battle right now, whatever it may be, in your personal life, your family, your health, your finances, or your faith, I want you to take comfort in the powerful words of this psalm. Trust in God's unfailing power, seek His divine protection, and know that He is faithful to every single one of His promises. Let this psalm be your prayer today. If this video blessed you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe share it with someone else who needs some encouragement today. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. How has Psalm 20 spoken to you? How are you actively trusting God for victory in your own life? Your testimony could be exactly what someone else needs to read. Thanks for watching, and may you truly experience God's profound peace and supernatural victory in every area of your life. I'll see you in the next video.